Hello, I'm Sarah McLeod, the Chief Executive Officer here at Wentworth Woodhouse, and I'm delighted to be here today as we celebrate National Volunteering Week. Volunteers make such a huge difference to the work we do here at Wentworth Woodhouse, and they cover a variety of roles throughout the organisation. So I really hope you enjoy this showcase film as we highlight to you the fantastic work that they do.
Wentworth Woodhouse has over 230 volunteers, a number which has steadily grown from just a handful when Wentworth Woodhouse Preservation Trust took over the house in 2017. Volunteers are involved in the full range of activities here at the Big House, from welcoming visitors to the car park, to supporting tours and acting as room guides. We operate the shop, help out in the cafe, and are on duty at numerous events, initiatives and celebrations in a very busy calendar throughout the year. As such an iconic property, Wentworth Woodhouse is an increasingly important location for major films and TV series, and our volunteers play a key role in chaperoning the film crews to ensure that the house is protected during these high-profile projects. In less visible areas, our teams are involved in researching our history, cleaning and conserving, and maintaining and repairing historic features of this enormous house. Our volunteer digital team creates films to help publicise and market the house and to celebrate events. We keep visitors and viewers from all corners of the globe informed on the journey of Wentworth Woodhouse as it tackles renovations and improvements. You can view over 150 short films for free on our YouTube channel. And of course, our 3 volunteer gardening teams work hard all year round to create glorious, colourful gardens, safe paths and walkways to ensure our visitors have a memorable day out. Last but not least, the members of our Board of Trustees are also volunteers, giving their time and expertise freely to direct and support the work of Wentworth Woodhouse. Many of our volunteers have shared their thoughts on why they have joined the community here at the Big House. For some, it's about new opportunities, making new friends, and developing new skills. Let's join some new and not so new volunteers to hear about their personal journey here at Wentworth Woodhouse. First up, we have the 2 Deborahs from very different backgrounds but with similar interests.
Deborah, from being a school teacher with your passion for steampunk, you've expanded your interest in history and costume and are now making these wonderful films about the people that used to live here.
I'm fascinated about the stories of the people who don't appear in the history books. The servants, the women, Lady Henrietta's love affair with her footman, Lady Mary Montague Wortley and her campaign in the 1720s to introduce inoculation against smallpox. And now I'm currently filming stories about the Wentworth servants. Look out for our series A Life in Service later this year. And look at you. You've taken your background in dance and costume as inspiration to create this incredible dress and make films about historical costume that include dance.
The wonderful thing about being at Wentworth Woodhouse is you can create your own artistic challenges and run with them. I've made short dance films before, but never documentaries, which is a genre I'm really enjoying. And then making this entire outfit and recording the process in 2 films, that was a fascinating journey.
I really admire the way you've developed your skills, even branching into animation. You've really inspired me.
I'd done some basic animation, but nothing like Whistlejacket. That kind of work is hugely time-consuming, but very magical.
And now for something completely different. We're down here in the workshops, seeing how pieces of our history are being given a new lease of life.
I'm Neil. I have been volunteering since shortly after the Trust acquired the house in 2017, doing a range of activities. I'm also one of a small group of volunteers upcycling and repurposing items from the house, which can be shared with the visitors. I used to make clocks with my children and grandchildren using old CDs, then had the idea of making feature clocks from old fragments of roof slate from Wentworth Woodhouse. I started in 2021 making these in my own garage, and now it's become a major operation. So far we've made over 600 clocks for sale a massive contribution for the much needed funds for the house. Fragments of slate left over from the roof repairs are notched at the bottom corners. Small pieces of pitch pine, again from our 300-year-old roof, are cut and shaped and grooved along the bottom to house the slate. The base is then oiled. On the slate, a central hole is drilled along with 4 more, and brass pens are inserted for the quarter-hour marks. The clock movement is attached and brass minute and hour hands are secured at the back of the slate. And there we have it, an opportunity to own a unique piece of Wentworth Woodhouse.
Hello, I'm Robin. I'm a fairly new volunteer of 16 months, since retiring after losing my wife in 2020. Now I'm a fully fledged member of the team, making slate clocks and other upcycled items, as well as specialising in developing the wider use of our laser machine. The laser machine was bought in 2018 for engraving souvenir roof tiles. Over the past 6 months, I've experimented with design software to produce house and garden decorations for Christmas and Easter. And we have a range of engraved fundraising gifts on display, such as hourglass ornaments, light boxes, plant tags, and upcycled chairs. Volunteering has given me opportunities to develop my skills to create new ideas and products, making a major contribution to the success of Wentworth Woodhouse. It is a real privilege as well as very rewarding to have joined the larger volunteer team, with each of us playing our part in the restoration journey of the hidden gem of Rotherham.
You could be forgiven for thinking that volunteers here at Wentworth Woodhouse are all of a certain age like me, but we're delighted to give a helping hand to those just starting out on their working life. Having joined us on a media training programme last year, Adam is building his CV and experience by volunteering here at the house.
My story at Wentworth Woodhouse started last year as a trainee creative producer, where I built up my digital skills and combined these with my degree. I then ended up setting up as a freelancer in the creative industry, and I also volunteer here as part of the digital team. Being here at Wentworth Woodhouse has done for me is build up my confidence, skills, not just digital skills, but also like people skills. I've kind of developed a passion again for what I do and just a love for the building. I get this feeling whenever I'm at Wentworth of just this really bright confidence and passion. I'm glad that's what it's done for me, and helping to bring another new group into Wentworth Woodhouse.
Our volunteers make a fantastic contribution to what we do here at Wentworth, and we hope too that by volunteering they also get something very positive from the experience. And that could be that we give them the work experience they need for their CV or their first break in a career, or indeed that they manage to come here and make friends as part of their volunteering if they're socially isolated. It's so important for us that it's not just the trust that benefits from volunteering, but it's the volunteers themselves. So I'm really, really proud that we have so many volunteers here, really having a fantastic time, and we're very grateful for the contribution they make.